Well, on today's show, we're going to be talking about hosting a dinner party or a gathering of any type and having company over. And I have my favorite person to entertain with, my sister Emily, here with me today. She's going to be my sous chef. And we're going to be starting off with something that is very intimidating looking to make, but you'll see how actually simple it is. And why I say it looks intimidating is it looks like a really elegant type of meal, which is stuffed chicken breasts. And we're going to stuff these chicken breasts with a spinach feta parmesan filling. And I feel like anytime you see stuffed chicken, it just looks like it took a really long time to make, doesn't it?
That's true.
So
it looks pretty elegant.
That's right. So we're going to show you how easy these are to make, and I guarantee you, you will reach for this recipe for your next dinner party. So we have about a pound of chicken. If you go a little bit over, that's fine. You want to have at least 3 full chicken breasts. Some spinach, so I have 2 cups here. A half cup of 3 types of cheese. We have a half cup of mozzarella cheese, half cup of feta, and a half cup of softened cream cheese. Then we're just going to drizzle some avocado oil and some salt on top of the chicken breast. So that's kind of to taste. All right, so Emily, I'll have you start with the chicken breast. You can just put them in a Ziploc bag and pound them out with a meat pounder, and then I'll have you cut a little opening along the side of the chicken. So let me know if you have any questions about that, just for us to stuff them. And I'm going to start with our spinach. And I do use fresh spinach for this recipe, but you could use frozen. And then just make sure you thaw it out if you use frozen beforehand. So Emily, I thought of the theme for this show because I thought, okay, what is the most difficult time for me to think about what to cook?
Yeah.
And for me, the only thing that really intimidates me is cooking for other people when they're coming over.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, because sometimes you don't know what their taste preferences are or how much food you'll need, and it's way easier just to cook for your family for sure.
Right, exactly. And then you also think about, what if they don't like it?
Right.
Or does this look like I didn't really put any effort in?
Right. You don't want to try too much.
Right.
But you also want to try. It's tricky.
It is. And I've actually even thought, gosh, instead of going through all that hassle, I'm just going to order pizza and just make everybody happy because everyone likes pizza. So sometimes I just default to that, and I cook for a living. So it goes to show, if I feel that way, I guarantee you other people do as well. So I thought, okay, what would be some recipes that I personally would make for family or friends that are coming over to eat? And so this would be definitely all recipes that I would do for family and friends. Another tip too is if you're going to cut into the chicken breast, make sure that you keep your fingers out of the way. So this is a really dangerous cut, really, when you're cutting chicken, because the chicken is slippery and slimy. So you want to really make sure to keep your fingers out of the way of the knife.
I think people will appreciate this meal is it's just warm and it's comforting. And for me, it reminds me of my childhood because Mom always took us to Olga's and she'd get a spinach pie.
Yes.
So it's like a healthier version of spinach pie too.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
I think it just makes, and it looks elegant. So it makes it, for a dinner party, it looks really nice when you have company over.
Yes, it sure does. All right, so Emily, I will have you put those chicken breasts on this sheet pan, and I'm going to warm up this filling in the microwave for 60 seconds and give it a good stir. That will kind of wilt down that spinach a little bit and melt some of the cheeses so that it all kind of melts together before we stuff the chicken breasts. Okay, so this is the filling after we microwaved it.
Now you can use frozen spinach for this,
Yes.
right? Okay.
And I did already say that,
Oh.
so good job listening.
Well, listen. There's a lot going on here. I'm only thinking about the pounding of the chicken.
What? That's all you can think about?
Yeah.
You don't listen to me?
Well, I couldn't hear anything over my pounding.
Just kidding. Okay, so that looks really good, and that's how you want it to look when it's done. It kind of looks like a spinach cheese dip filling.
Yummy.
So that's actually why I thought of this recipe, because one of the things I like to make for my guests when they come over is some sort of appetizer, and spinach cheese dip is a fan favorite. So who wouldn't like spinach cheese dip inside of their chicken breasts. So we're just gonna divide this among the 3 chicken breasts. If you had 4 chicken breasts, then obviously you just put a little bit less filling. And so now we're just gonna finish these chicken breasts off with a little drizzle of olive oil, which will just kind of keep the chicken moist while it's cooking. And a lot of times stuffed chicken breasts, people forget about the outside of the chicken, but you do want to season that as well. So I'm going to do a little bit less than half a teaspoon of salt just on the outside, and that will season the chicken breast up on the outside as well. So we're going to put these in the oven, 400 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes, or until it reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Now, for stuffed chicken, you absolutely want to use a meat thermometer, because it's going to be really hard to know if the chicken, just because it looks white on the outside, if it really cooked all the way through that filling. You don't want sick guests, so you do want to make sure to check those chicken breasts for them to be fully done. All right, we're going to put these in the oven. They look good.
They sure do.